Hello, hello, good Monday or Tuesday evening it is. Tuesday evening, it's Weather for Weather Geeks time here on Tuesday evening, the 6th day of May 2025. Our weather unsettled at times today, but things are about to turn around. We're just about to turn the corner and head into a much better weather pattern going forward, including for the upcoming weekend. We're going to start this evening with a time-lapse video from our Canfield Fairgrounds camera showing the changeable sky throughout the day. We did have some sun from time to time, and occasionally a shower moved on through. Wasn't quite as wet this afternoon as it looked like it would be at this time yesterday. A lot of the steady rain has kind of dumbbelled off to the south, but nonetheless, since midnight, we've officially recorded 0.2 inches worth of rain at the Youngstown Warren Regional Airport. Now, that's as of the issuance of the daily climate report. Maybe a couple of showers still lingering this evening, but for all intents and purposes, we'll end up with about a quarter of an inch worth of rain at the airport, we'll call it that. And through the first 6 days of the month, this is the wettest first 6 days of May on record for that location. 2.87 inches, that's 2.16 inches above the average through the first 6 days of the month of May. All right, the early evening radar shows that steady rain dumbbelling to the south and west. It's been a cool, rainy afternoon in New Philly, in Cambridge, in Zanesville, and heading down towards Wheeling as well. We've actually had not much more than a few showers around here, and we'll close the book on the chance for raindrops pretty soon as we go into the evening. And finally, the weather patterns are going to get shaken up a little bit. You look at the water vapor imagery, it's easy to see. This is a 24-hour loop showing that upper level low spinning around, but it's starting to make some north and eastward progress. And this upper low will be far enough away from us finally as we go through the second half of the week that our weather forecast will certainly improve. Now, the recipe for tonight's fog is there. We have moisture near the ground, of course, with the recent rains. I think the sky will partially clear overnight tonight, and the wind will be fairly calm. So even though we're getting into the time of the year where fog is a little less common than when the nights are longer, some reductions in visibility will be a possibility. Now, our model here tends to overdo the widespread nature of the fog. I think the most likely areas to see some fog will be our northern areas. But we're not going to discount the possibility of fogging up pretty much anywhere across the region as Wednesday gets underway. So the day may start with fog, but it'll turn into a decent day overall with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures getting into the upper 60s for Wednesday. That's about what you would expect at this time of the year. All right, we have one weather feature coming our way over the next few days that could bring us a few raindrops, and that is Thursday, and I don't think it'll be much, but this front, as it sags to the south, might spark a couple of showers. Not expecting much rain with this, and this is our only chance for rain from tonight through Monday. Things are about to really change for the better in eastern Ohio and western PA. Now, still some inclement weather on Friday east of I-79, and especially out towards central PA and up into New England. But I think across the Mahoning and Shenango valleys we'll have sunshine, a few fair weather clouds, and that begins a really nice stretch that will take us into Saturday and Sunday. Here's one model depiction of the total rainfall all the way through next Monday. Some hefty amounts again to our east with that system kind of lingering, but not a lot. Eastern Ohio, far western Pennsylvania, and it'll finally be the kind of pattern that you'll be able to take advantage of, whether it be you need to mow the grass or you've got baseball, softball, soccer, things like that, tennis. And to celebrate moms and grandmas this weekend, the weather will certainly be cooperative on Sunday for Mother's Day. Expecting high temperatures in the lower 70s and just a full supply of sunshine. This should be just a drop-dead gorgeous day coming up on Sunday. Recent Mother's Days, it's been a Mother's Day, I should say. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag. We had a little rain last year with highs in the 60s. Now, 2023, 2 years ago, that's going to be a similar day coming up on this Sunday as we had 2 years ago. We had a pretty nice one back in 2022 as well, but remember 2021, not only 1.46 inches of total precipitation, we had an inch and a half of snow on Mother's Day back in 2021. A couple of flakes around at this time of the year also in 2020. I don't think that was officially on Mother's Day, but right around that first week or 10 days of May, we had some snowflakes back in 2020 as well. All right, let's finish up this evening talking the longer range. We didn't cover this last evening, but yesterday was the 5th. That means we get an update on the European model's seasonal outlooks. We can look at, month-by-month outlooks. We can look at the seasons, and so I've taken a look at June, July, and August, meteorological summer, and what the European long-range modeling is suggesting in terms of precipitation for the summer season. I think it's going to be a hot and dry summer across the Corn Belt Illinois, Iowa, parts of Minnesota, Nebraska. It could be, a pretty bad summer for drought out there. I'm not real concerned about drought in eastern Ohio and western PA. The temperature outlook for the summer makes a lot of sense to me. I think this is probably the right idea. Again, it's going to be hot and dry, I think, in the middle of the country. I think we will come out on the warm side of things, all things considered, this summer, but I don't expect it to be as hot compared to the average in our part of the country as opposed to, a place like St. Louis, Omaha, Des Moines, up towards Minneapolis as well. One of the analogs for this summer season is 2012, and while that summer as a whole was not particularly hot, the 3 months as a whole, it got really hot for a time, late June, early July. We had a 98-degree temperature in early July back in 2012, and that is one of the analogs for this summer. So if that analog bears some similarities to what we have coming our way, it may not be a summer for the record books in terms of overall temperatures, but there might be some individual days that get awfully hot this summer if 2012 is to be repeated at least a little bit. That'll do it for me and my cold. Thanks for hanging with me on Weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you back here on Wednesday.